So the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to work through some vertical angle work. And it asks us to give the measurement for the vertical angles for each angle listed below. Something that we didn't say in the definition that we probably could add is two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. They are congruent. And when I say congruent, I just mean they're the same. They're equal to one another. Their measurements are the same. And so anytime we have vertical angles, if one is 32, the other is also 32. If one is 140, the other is also 140 degrees. If one is 2 5/10 degrees, the other vertical angle is 2 5/10 degrees. They're always opposite of one another when two lines intersect, and they always have the same measurement. And so it says use colored pencil or highlighters to shade in two pairs of vertical angles. So what you see here is first we have one set of vertical angles that are across from each other here. And I'm going to label those 1 and 1 just so that we kind of know and recognize those both as the same in case you can't see the color very well. And then we're going to have another set of vertical angles. I'm going to use a different color highlighter here to show, and I'm going to put number 2 here, these two angles as vertical angles. And again, I'm going to use numbers as well as colors just in case you can't see the colors. So 1 and 1 are vertical angles, and 2 and 2 are vertical angles. Two sets of vertical angles here. So then down here, we're going to start to get in just a little bit of problem solving. What's the measure of angle Y? This little, it looks like a less than symbol, but it's flat on the bottom. That's the difference between the less than symbol. The less than symbol is symmetrical. The angle symbol is flat on the bottom. So what's the measure of angle Y? Well, because 65 degrees and Y are vertical angles, they have the same angle measure. So Y's measurement is 65 degrees. And then it also asks us for what is X's, what angle is vertical to X. It just wants the vertical angle, while the angle that's vertical to X is across from it, and that is angle Z. So I put the little angle marker, and then I put the letter Z. And I tend to draw the little line through here so the Z doesn't look like a 2, but either way, it doesn't matter. And then the very last one here, what is the measure of angle B? That's how we read this. M means measure, and then of angle, that's the little angle marker B. You can see that these two lines intersect, and they create a pair of vertical angles. Here and here are across from each other. They're non-adjacent angles formed when two lines intersect, and they have congruent angle measures. So in this case, the measure of angle B is 62 degrees because those two are vertical. Vertical angles are always, they measure the same. So just a quick recap again. Complementary angles are 90 degree, two angles that have a sum of 90 degrees. Supplementary angles are two angles who have a sum of 180 degrees. And vertical angles are non-adjacent angles formed when two lines intersect, whose angle measures are the exact same.